center of your mat. We're going to begin standing, so bring your feet together, toes together, and your heels just a little thumbprint width apart. Just pop your hands on your hips, and we're just going to take a moment just to connect with our bodies, with our breath, with our mind. So I'd like you to squeeze your calves, squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes, and tuck your tailbone under. So suck your navel to spine, lift the chest, and just breathe. So breathe easy for a couple of breaths for me. And then close your eyes. So a big part of today's class is going to be connecting movement with breath. And we're going to do this by inhaling and exhaling through our nose. Now, as we come into our challenging poses and pick up our heart rate, this can be difficult to do. So while we're sitting nice and still, I'd like you to inhale, filling your belly, ribs, chest, and then exhaling through your chest, ribs, and belly. And again, inhale for 1, 2, 3, exhale for 3, 2, 1. Now, as you inhale, lift your arms for me, reach towards, suck that navel to spine. And then as you exhale, we're going to forward fold and bring our palms down to the floor. So we're going to come into a little bit of a warm up. We're going to warm up through the joints now. So take another inhale and come into a halfway lift, long spine, eye gaze is slightly forward. You can bring your hands on your shins, or if you've got a little bit more flexibility, you can bring them out in front. Exhale, suck the navel to spine and come back to that fold. Now, if you struggle to bring your palms to the floor, try this. Bend your knees as much as you need to, glue your hands to the floor, and then lengthen through the back of your leg. This is going to give you your full range. Keep your tailbone high. If this is easy for you, you can bend your knees a little bit, allow your chest to come to your thighs. Try and curl your forehead in towards your knees, but keep that tailbone high. All right, hang out for another breath. Inhale, we're gonna reach and stand nice and tall. Repeat, exhale, forward fold, connecting movement with breath. Inhale, halfway, exhale, fold. And again, inhale, lift the arms. This time on the exhale, bring your hands behind, open the chest and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold, bring those arms as vertical to the floor as you can. Inhale, release the arms, one clean swoop. Exhale, hands come behind, glide the knuckles down the glutes. Inhale, open the chest, and then exhale, forward fold. Take one more. Inhale, release. Exhale, hands come behind. Inhale, open the chest, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, release the arms. Exhale, hands come to the floor, and we're going to just step back into a downward dog. So downward dog pose. I want you to spread your fingers and ground them to the floor. I'd then like you to engage the upper body by pushing your shoulders away from your ears and just hug your armpits in together. Feel that spread through the shoulders, through your upper back. Then we're going to allow the spine to lengthen. So I'd like you to allow your head to hang whilst keeping your tailbone high. Into the back of the legs now. If you can bring your heels to the floor, just hold out here. If not, we're going to walk through this downward dog. So bend your right knee, drive the left heel to the floor, and then bend your left knee and drive the right heel to the floor. Alternating legs. Take one more. We are now going to lift our left leg into 3-leg dog pose. So push through the left hand, lifting the left foot. Internally rotate that heel to the opposite glute. Feel strong in your 3-leg dog. And then lunge your left foot, sucking knee to nose, landing your foot between your hands into a low lunge. So we're going to start by opening our hips and stretching this left glute. So here, I'd like you to just push through the right heel. Really try and lengthen that right leg. You're going to feel your right side, your right hip flexor open now. Hold for 3 breaths, for 2, for 1. We're going to step the left foot back into our downward dog. Hang out here for 3 breaths, really connecting with that down dog. And then lift the right foot, so drive through the right hand, lifting right foot. Feel strong in your 3-leg dog. Suck knee to nose, land the right foot at the top of your mat. And again, opening up this left hip flexor. So we're pushing through our left heel, stretching the right glute for 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot back into your downward dog. And again, just hang out for a couple of deep breaths. Now, I'm going to ask you to lift your heels, suck your navel to spine, chin to chest, shoulders over wrists into your plank pose. Just give the glutes, give the core a squeeze, and then push back into your downward dog. And repeat, lift the heels, ripple through the body, all through the spine, shoulders over wrists, and then push back. Let's take one more, lifting heels. Strong plank pose, and then push back. Well done. Drop onto your knees for me into child's pose. And this is another recovery pose of today's class. So at any point, if things get too much, if you need to take a little recovery, then please just pull back here. Let's take 2 more breaths, calming body, calming mind, and preparing for our awesome workout today. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Coming back into our 3-leg dog. Lift your heels, ripple through the body, come into your plank pose. And we're just going to come into some chaturangas. So I'm going to use these quite a lot today. Option, in fact, if we all try on our knees first while we're warming up. So if you are on your knees, we're going to shift our body weight forward an inch. Lower, chest is open, elbows squeeze down to the floor. We then rise and push back. Connecting movement with breath. All right, we're gonna exhale down, inhale, rise. Take 3 more. Exhale down, inhale, rise. And again, exhale down, elbows come back into your waist to really isolate the triceps. Take 1 more. Sit your hips back, bring your forehead to floor, and recover. So we're going to repeat this time, if you feel you can. We're going to try those chaturangas on our toes. So again, pop yourself back into your downward dog position. Lift your heels, suck navel to spine, ripple all the way through the body back to plank. And let's try from here, remembering knees as an option. Exhale down, inhale, rise 1. Exhale down, inhale, rise 2. Exhale down and rise for 3. Exhale down for 4. Let's take 1 more. Exhale down for 5. Sit the hips back and come back into your child's pose. Well done. Hang out for 3 breaths. For 2, for 1, tuck your toes, push back into your downward dog position. And we're just going to come into a little bit of a flow, picking up our heart rates now. So I'd like you to bend your knees, inhale here, and then exhale, jump or step to the top of your mat. Inhale to rise, and then exhale, forward fold. Use your breath. Inhale, suck navel to spine. And then exhale, you're going to jump or step to the back of your mat. Ready? Lower into that chaturanga. But this time, we're going to uncurl our toes, either landing our quads, lifting our chest, squeezing our elbows back into baby cobra, or fully extending into up dog pose. Now up dog pose, chest is open, heart open. We're squeezing our glutes, squeezing our quads, and driving through our feet. Now tuck your toes and push back into your downward dog position. Push through your left hand, lifting your left foot. We're gonna suck knee to nose, land the left foot, drop the right knee, uncurl the toe, inhale to rise, exhale, hands come back down to the mat, come back to our low lunge, and then step back into our downward dog. Over to the other side, inhale, bend, exhale, jump, inhale, rise, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, jump or step. Lower chaturanga, push through the floor to up dog and push back into your downward dog. Drive through the right hand, lifting the right foot, and then lunging to the top of the mat, dropping the left knee. Inhale to rise, hips are open, chest is open, land the hands back to the mat and step back into your downward dog. Inhale, bend, exhale, jump. Inhale, rise, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, jump or step. Lower chaturanga, push through the floor to up dog, back to your downward dog. Lift your left foot, lunging through. This time, we're gonna come all the way up into our high lunge, reaching tall, and then bring our hands back down to the mat. Step back into your downward dog pose. One more time, we should be feeling warm. Inhale, bend, exhale, jump. Inhale, rise, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, jump. Lower chaturanga, push through the floor to your up dog, back to your down dog. Lifting right foot, three-leg dog. Sucking knee to nose, navel to spine, land that right foot. Inhale all the way into high lunge. And then exhale, hands come back down to the floor. Step back into your downward dog position and just recover. Take 5 breaths here. We should be feeling warm, feeling mobile, and ready to take on this lower body workout. So I'd like you to super slowly walk your feet all the way into your hands. Let's just check in on our progression. How does this fold feel? We're nice and warm now. Can we bring our forehead a bit closer to our knees? Chest to thighs. Take 2 breaths. Take 1. Inhale, we're gonna rise. And we're gonna step our feet wide. Hop your hands on your hips. Inhale. And then exhale, fold. Try and bring your hands all the way down to the floor. If you find this difficult and you can't quite bring your hands here, I want you to focus on keeping straight legs, quads engaged, and just bring your hands out as far as you need to allow those legs to stay straight. So find your range. Take 5 breaths here. Take 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, rise, hands come back to hips. Exhale, we're gonna repeat, but we're gonna bring our opposite hand down to the foot. And again, here, just try and curl your forehead in towards that knee. Walk your hands through to center. And then come over to the other side. Okay, now we're gonna walk back over to the side, but this time Okay, we're gonna sit the hips back and we're gonna sit down into Vajrasana, into a low side lunge, and allow your foot to flex. Hold here, hang out for 2 more breaths. We're then gonna come out of our stretch, walk the hands back to center, and come over to the other side. Chest is open. Beautifully done, gang. 1 more time each side. So we're gonna come out, hands walk to center, over to the other side. Take 2 breaths. Walk out, come back to center. Allow the foot to flex. Really feel this deep, deep lower body stretch. Beautiful. Walk the hands back to center. Pop your hands on your hips. Inhale. We're gonna rise and then step to the top of your mat. Now inhale, bring your hands to heart center, and we're gonna sink into our chair pose. Okay, so if you can, try and bring your feet together, tuck your tailbone under, and just sink low. From here, we're gonna come into some squats. So we're gonna lower and rise for 10, for 9, 8, good, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ooh, feel that burn already, 1. Now find that low range, find that fire and hold. Tiny little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna hold here and come into a revolving chair. So bring your left elbow across the right thigh and just hold, okay, and feel that spinal rotation. Find your balance, okay? We are then gonna step back, lifting our left foot into our lunge position. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, release the arms and come into high lunge pose. We have 10 lunges, tapping this left knee to floor. Keep your arms long to bring in that core engagement a little bit more. Driving through the right heel, using our breath with me. Exhale down, inhale rise. Exhale down, that's 2. Exhale down for 3. Exhale down for 4. Exhale down for 5. We have 5 more. Beautiful, done. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna sink low, knees gonna hover off the floor, and we're gonna pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Stay strong. 2, 1. Back to high lunge. We're gonna load our right leg. Step in for me, just tap your toe, and then come into a warrior 3 to allow the arms beside your body. Here we're going to create long lines all the way from toes through to the crown of your head, reaching through fingers, reaching through toes. And if you can, we're going to go for 10 pulses on this left leg, focusing on using your glutes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, connecting that mind to muscle for 3, 2, 1. Tip from the hip, hands come to floor, releasing into a standing split. Hold here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Land your left foot back down to the floor, settle in your low lunge, and then stepping your right foot back. And we're gonna hold here. I would walk your downward dog, release through the back of those legs. Pressing your heels to floor. 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. Slowly, with straight legs if you can, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise, but bend your knees and come into that chair pose. Okay, are we ready to squat? Tuck that tailbone under, knees together if you can, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, awesome stuff. Strong, lean legs. For 3, 2, and 1. Ready to pulse. Oh, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, right elbow across thigh, revolving chair. When you have found your balance, you're gonna lift your right foot and step back into our lunge position. Beautiful. Okay, inhale, rise. Come into that high lunge. Same as before, we're gonna tap the right knee to floor this time. Ready for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep reaching through those fingertips, brace your core. Last one, hover low, 10 pulses. So your front thigh should be parallel to floor if you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High lunge, just stepping in a little bit with that right toe. Come into your warrior 3. And for stability, take a soft bend in this left leg. Okay, strong warrior 3. Let's pulse with that right glute for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come to floor, standing split pose. Hold 5 breaths. Connect that movement with breath. For 3, exhaling for 2, exhaling for 1. Land your right foot, settle low lunge, and then step back into your downward dog. Hold here for me, team. Walk those heels through the floor, walking through your downward dog. Well done. Allow yourself 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. All right, inhale, bend. Exhale, jump to the top of your mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway. Breathe out, fold. Jump lower into that chaturanga. Push through the floor to your up dog. Push back into your down dog. Lifting your left foot. 3-leg dog. Lunging left knee through. Inhale to rise, high lunge. Exhale, hands come back down. Step back into your downward dog pose. Now inhale, bend. Exhale, jump. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, jump or step. Lower, squeeze those elbows in. Push through the floor, open the chest, squeeze the glutes, up dog. Push back to your downward dog. Lift your right foot, 3-leg dog. Lunging through, land the foot. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Step that foot back. Hold here. 4 more breaths. Drop into child's pose. if you wish. Okay, recovery now before we do one more strengthening set. Refueling your body with oxygen with every deep inhale. Calming the mind with every exhale. Okay, tuck your toes. Come back into your downward dog position. And then super slowly, walk your feet to the top of your mat. And then inhale, rise. Sink low into your chair pose. Tuck the tailbone under, suck your navel to spine. Are we ready? We're gonna go for 10 squats. 10, 9, 8. Keeping the weight through your heels. Good. Woo! Feel the fire now. We got 3, 2, 1. Hold that low range, tiny little pulses, keeping hold of the load. Keep it small. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Revolving chair, left elbow across the right thigh. Hold here. And then when you feel you found your balance, lift that left foot back and step into your lunge pose. Again, take a breath here. Try and push through that left heel, lengthening through the left leg. We're then going to inhale and rise into high lunge. Are we ready to take 10? Exhale down, inhale, rise. Beautifully done. Again, front thigh parallel to floor. Drive through that front heel for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hover the left knee, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping our left foot in slightly, loading the right leg. We're going to come into that warrior 3. Remember, for stability, soft bend in this right leg. Add those pulses. Mind to muscle, think left, think glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come back to the mat, release in your standing split. And hold. 10. Sorry, 5, 4, 3, 2. Deepening your stretch of every breath. Last one. Land your left foot. Settle low lunge. And then step back into your downward dog position. All right, gang. Are we ready? One more time through. Walk your feet slowly to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise, but bend your knees. Come into your seated chair pose. Ready to squat. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Elbow across thigh. Revolving chair. And then when you found your balance, you feel ready, lift your right foot. Step back. Lunge position. Are we ready? Inhale, rise. We have 10 lunges. Exhale down. Inhale, rise. Now this time, okay, as those legs are fatiguing, let's bring in that core. Okay, brace the belly, reach the arms nice and tall for 5, 4, we got this, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that knee and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to step in warrior 3. creating long lines of energy, reaching through fingertips, reaching through toes. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tip from the hip. Hands come to floor. Holding your stance there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Landing in your low lunge. Stepping that left foot back in to your downward dog. Well done, guys. Challenge.